It's hot, it's sticky, it's early August, and it's time for another garden tour. Hello, friend. It's really nasty out. I was just getting ready to water the garden, even though it's overcast. I don't think we're going to get any rain. And I figured, you know what? How about show you around the garden again? See, I haven't done that in a couple months. My whole family has been excited about this pink zinnia that came out of nowhere in the backyard, so we're going to start back here and kind of navigate towards the people places. They're important, right? The whole back hedge of our property is built up with these roses of Sharon. Rose of Sharon has been great to us. The meristemic leaves are delicious in a salad, and these flowers are not only edible but beautiful. And it happens to be the only member of the hibiscus family in the garden right now. Down here, you got this sweet little baby watermelon plant and a wall of tomatoes. Very proud of our wall of tomatoes. I alternated San Marzano tomato to, I believe it's Brad's Atomic Grape tomatoes. And this is the oasis. This is where we sit. This is where we keep the water balloons and the water cannons out. This is where the adults get some shade. We've got nasturtium growing along the ground here. Some of these pickle bushes are just planted a few weeks ago. Here's the beautiful nasturtium, some coleus in the back. I believe that's the fishnet coleus. This big boy over here is our king coleus. It's a redhead henna variety. And here's probably our most productive tomato plant. We've been picking these guys already for a while. That's a Brad's Atomic Grape tomato right there. Tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. Some black plum tomatoes. Tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. Wall of tomatoes. Oh, look, down there. There's some Brandywine volunteers. We didn't plant these tomatoes. I don't know where the seeds came from. They just started growing. But we did plant sunflowers. There's our tallest one. Our estimate, we haven't measured it, but we're guessing about 10 feet. Give you an idea on height here. And there's a bunch of other sunflowers along with it. It's our little sunflower bed. I'm a fan. And in the understory, we have some more coleus and some red clover. Red clover makes a tasty snack. Coleus just looks pretty. Bunch of stuff in here. Got a honeyberry bush, some coleus, there's some blue Adirondack potatoes in the back, some more of these pickle bushes in the front, and of course, the gnome. I have to ask my kids what his name is. And more tomatoes. We love tomatoes. Oh, there's a grapevine. The grapevine's growing up on the fence here between the tomatoes. And down below, we got the strawberry patch. Next year, I expect the strawberries are going to be occupying this entire bed. Look forward to that. Zucchinis! Everybody hates the Z word this time of the year, but we got them. Just one plant, but it's giving us a bunch of these beautiful zucchinis. Some carrots up in the front here. And some of these sweet peas. Some radish flowers. Some beans that aren't producing beans in the back. And more tomatoes! This was the tomato and cilantro bed. The cilantro is mostly gone now. We have some dark opal purple basil and some little cilantro starts But this whole area here was packed with cilantro. This is the last of that generation. Hopefully we get another harvest good cilantro before the end of the season. Oh, here's our blueberries. I'm going to be transplanting these into the ground soon. We got 2 little blueberry bushes there. Down there's another honeyberry bush and some more beautiful red coleus. Down there by the bees are the honeyberry bushes. We got yarrow and a bunch of random flowers and weeds. We're letting them grow. We like to see flowers on the end of tall things. This is the Love Lies Bleeding. It's a type of amaranth. It's a very imaginative name. There's some red garnet amaranth next to it. And then down here are the okra and peppers. Back here we got banana peppers growing back behind here. There's a couple banana peppers back there. Potato in a bucket. Red clover and oregano over here. Love the blossoms on the oregano. It's the first time I'm seeing these blossoms. And of course, the oregano makes way to thyme, purple sage. Look at those blossoms. Aren't they just cool? Thyme, purple sage, and some lavender in the pot there. And over here's what I've been calling my medicine wheel. It's doing good. There's everything labeled out from a previous picture. And here's how it looks now. I keep on top of it. I love the color on the side of the holy basil there. No good blossoms on the rose bush, but we got a rose bush surrounded by Roman chamomile there. A couple other things growing. Some more bee balm in the forefront. Maple tree in a pot. A duck. There's our flower pot with some weeds growing. Pretty weeds though. Oh, down here we finally have a hummingbird mint. This is the hummingbird mint blossoms. I'm hoping that they'll last over the winter for us. More sunflowers. I think these sunflowers grew out of birdseed. Some mugwort. So yeah, there's the mugwort, but back behind the mugwort, there's even more sunflowers hiding out. These ones keep just like looking down at the sidewalk. Over here we have purple Italian pole beans and some morning glories occupying the fence. We got potatoes and flower pots in the front. A nice mixture of things here. Rat-tail radishes. These seed pods were a good treat when they were young. Now they're getting a bit tough and hard to snack on, but definitely gonna grow some more next year. Definitely need to fill this in with more morning glories next year. Here's our passion fruit vine, passion flower vine. The sweet mint. Oh, this spot over here. This is our Swiss chard and beets. Kind of like sewed them really close to each other. And I've been chopping and cutting again on all these greens. They've been delicious in our salads. Oh, coming up. There's beet. There's beet. Check out the color on this one here. They're not red beets. They're all sorts of different colors. I guess that one's still red. But yeah, coming up with different recipes for beets and for Swiss chard. Good flavors to get used to. Over here, how tall can it be? The 1,000-head kale. Those are big leaves. Gonna hide my face behind each one of those. I have a couple of these containers around the garden that are Jerusalem artichokes with purslane growing down by the understory. Our kale and sage has been treating us so good. Look at these pretty flowers on our sage. It's the Salvia officinalis. And the ragged jack kale. Down here we had arugula earlier. Oh, look at these iron cross. That's oxalis, iron cross or false shamrock. Some curly kale down beneath. Right here, Roman. Ooh. It's supposed to be broccoli growing in there, but I feel like we're never going to see it now. More sunflowers with daisies shooting up next to them. My cage of morning glories. And the summer bed of okras and coleus and eggplants. Some flowers packed around the back and a pig. I love the coleuses. This was a great opportunity to plant them. That's a clary sage, a little pink flower there. And some hollyhocks all along the back. Calendula in the middle. Check out the okras. Yeah, having fun here. It's too hot to keep playing in the garden, so I'm going to call it a day for now. Hope you enjoyed the little tour, and we'll catch you next time. Peace out, Fish Trap.